Welcome to the Garage Audit. My name is Yvan. This is Thor Media. And today we're in Amherstburg, Ontario to visit Impact Detailing. Let's go have a look. Good, yourself?
Good.
Nice to see you again.
Nice too.
Let me give you a microphone.
Perfect.
And introduce yourself.
So I'm Yvan, the owner of Impact Detailing. We're kind of on the border of LaSalle and Amherstburg, in Windsor, Essex. We do everything from paint correction, ceramic coatings, window tinting, everything like that. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
One-man operation?
Two.
Okay.
He's off today.
He's off, yeah. Good. It's a Saturday afternoon. So,
Yes.
tell us about your business.
So we started out as mobile detailers.
Yes.
I did it by myself for 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun.
Yes.
I guess you could say. It wasn't long term.
Right.
And I was in school and I kept getting calls. Hey, you're still detailing, you're still detailing. So
Yeah.
it got all messed up in my head. I'm like, I need a shop. I looked for a year,
Yes.
couldn't find nothing. Had one guy call me, he wanted to detail his Lamborghini.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to ceramic coat it. I'm like, well, I can't really do a ceramic coating just because we're mobile, blah, blah, blah. That's controversial. But
Yes, you can.
so,
but
yeah. So I didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm looking for a shop. He goes, actually, my son just told his landlord it's his last 30 days. I think, come check it out. Said, why not? That day, came here, checked it out, told him, here's his deposit.
Yeah.
I'll be here at the end of the month.
Okay, perfect.
So-
So, how long have you been in this location?
Just about 2 years.
Okay, excellent.
Just about 2 years.
So let's give a quick tour of the shop, see what you've got. So, pressure washer.
Right over here, it's hiding.
Okay,
Very minimalistic setup.
perfect. Yeah. Okay.
It's hiding.
Yeah.
We bought it. The other one blew up, so
Okay.
that's
So
just a replacement.
little pressure washer there. You got your hose reel there.
Yep.
You wash on a mat.
In the winter and the colder months, we
Yes.
wash inside, rinseless wash it all in here. Outside in the summer and spring.
Okay.
Till it gets about negative, then we come back inside.
Yeah. Till the water freezes, you're good
Yeah,
outside.
we're always outside.
Okay. Excellent. A nice wash sink is good.
Yes.
It's an important part of a shop as far as I'm concerned. To be
You need
able to wash out different things. And
100%.
yeah.
Fill up the bottles, everything.
Good.
Oh. Turn that off.
This working cart or just storage?
Kind of both.
Okay.
It was a working cart before, and now it just became this.
Okay.
So this is what we use. Obviously, the sink's right there. So when we fill up all clean, rinseless, things like that, soaps.
Yeah.
These are kind of more interior focused stuff.
Okay.
So got glass cleaners, things like that.
Yep.
And then the bottom is just storage.
Okay.
That's
Good.
just where everything goes that doesn't have a place.
Right. Now I notice you have air conditioning, but you still have a fan.
So it's not as insulated as we thought it was.
Okay.
So when it's really hot outside, we need that extra air.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at least the air conditioning takes the edge off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It keeps it at least to the point where it's workable and you're not dripping sweat in the car.
Yeah. Okay. The peel board for tint.
Yes.
Do you do PPF as well?
Soon. Hopefully
Soon. Okay.
Getting into it, hopefully.
Working on that.
Yes.
Excellent. And then as we go around the desk, by the looks of it.
So this is the cash out place. This
Okay.
is where we collect money.
Okay. Perfect. So this is your favorite part of the shop.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was kind of a hole in the wall. So I was like, you know what? Cut it up, put it up, put some nice ceramic stuff, put some air fresheners.
Yes.
We're running low, thankfully, so
Okay.
gotta order more of those.
Good. Yeah. Bio bombs are a
they're
great,
I love them.
great
Big-
thing to have.
Yeah.
So. More products here,
Yes.
and then basically your overflow cabinet.
Yes and no.
Okay.
So we're kind of short on towels, but
Yeah.
ceramic up here, polishing stuff here. Oh, anything odor removal is there,
Yeah.
and then kind of just whatever else fits in.
Yeah.
here.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah.
And then drying rack for your
course.
towels.
I mean, this way we got enough space,
Yep.
and then we actually moved a lot of stuff over. So we used to have a bunch of shelves here.
Okay.
We moved a lot of stuff over into that.
Oh, you got another room.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Even better.
So it's the overflow / product room.
Okay.
We've got our prayer mat in there, of course. And then we've got all the chemicals. So
Yeah.
we've got the big ones, small ones. These are kind of just, other than these.
Yeah.
Everything else is just whatever's still here.
Yeah. Okay.
And then these are garbage.
Yep.
And then just a fridge and overflow. We took out the AC.
Yeah. Good size compressor.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. You can never have too much air in a detailing shop.
No.
Yeah.
It's loud and old, but we paid the good money to get it, up and running. So
Right.
it works perfectly. They added a little drain.
Yeah. So every 15 minutes or so it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
And being in this room, it keeps most of the noise out of there.
Most of it, yeah. 90%, I would say. It is still loud, like you can feel it vibrate.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to if I was sitting right here.
So if you go to Princess Auto,
Okay.
they sell anti-vibration mounts that you can actually
Put onto there.
Yeah. So you'll hear the sound, but you won't feel
the
it
vibration.
vibrating.
Because that's the biggest thing. You hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So excellent.
Yeah. So obviously it's not set up to be a detail shop, but we make it work.
No, very few detailers built from the ground up. So there's always adaptations.
Yes.
And then a little more space here. I like the fact that you've got enough length to get around the vehicle. You're not
I love it.
crammed in.
Yeah. Then we got just our utility stuff, I guess you could say. These are all towels, polishing towels, coating towels in there. And then our steps, the garbage, of course.
Yeah.
Leaf blower and air compressor.
Good.
And then that stuff we don't really touch.
Yeah, that's the electrical wall. So
I unplugged the router once, and
Yeah.
it was not fun.
Okay.
I had 3 people running.
Okay. What got you into detailing?
Honestly, started doing my dad's car when I started driving. He
Yeah.
was a big smoker.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take the car out with my friends. I don't want it to be all cigarettes and things like that.
Yes.
And just started cleaning it. And one day during COVID, it's like, I've seen people charge money for this. Why don't I do it?
Yes.
Started it. Thankfully, now we're here.
Okay. Excellent. And what's the most interesting aspect of detailing to you? Like someone brings you a job and this is a fun one.
I would say expectations from people. Like, right? So if a customer comes in, I want a perfect car. I don't think you're gonna get that.
No.
Nowhere. Right? So this example for example, he wanted a coating. So we did it, and then he starts pointing out all the dents. So we had our PDR guy come out, took care of all the dents before we did everything. So
Yeah.
you just never really know with what people expect and how to set it up, and take care of them, make them happy.
Good. And what's your least favorite part of detailing?
Vacuuming.
Vacuuming? Okay.
Oh, you 100% Toyota and Honda carpets?
That was a quick, vacuuming.
I hate it.
Okay.
So.
Excellent. And where do you see detailing going for you?
For myself, hopefully to bigger and bigger and things.
Yeah.
PPF, obviously I want to get away from interiors.
Okay.
So PPF, ceramic, and tint, I love doing those.
Okay.
Love it. Interiors, not so much recently.
Okay.
I just kind of, after putting film on, windows and ceramic coating cars,
Yes.
I don't think anything compares. My back doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
So.
Very good. And looking for another location, gonna keep
100%,
here?
100%.
Okay.
Thankfully, this year has been our busiest. Like we've had enough cars in here to overflow and go outside with cars.
Good.
So I'm looking for bigger spaces, of course.
Looking for more employees?
Yes, 100%. It's one of those battles that I'm in right now. Do I
Yeah.
hire one right now? It's about to be the winter. Then I'm like, wait, we are busy. So
Yes.
we'll see. We'll have to see.
Now, you may recognize his face from his podcast, and your podcast is called?
Suds to Success Podcast.
Okay.
Myself and Andrew St. Pierre. He's another local detailer. Believe it or not, we're actually friends.
Yes. I've done trainings in the Windsor, Ontario area, and it's like 3 or 4 detailers getting together. They all know each other. Everyone's friends. It's the way it should be. You guys aren't competition.
No.
No, your competition is the car wash. Your competition is complacency. Someone just not driving a clean car.
Yeah.
That's the competition. So it's nice to see that in a region, people are getting together. We were just across the river in Detroit, and same thing.
Yeah.
The one shop we went to, he got his start working in another shop.
Really?
And they're still good friends and see each other on a regular basis. So
That's all.
it's things like that that make this industry even better. So,
Yes, of course.
cool.
Of course.
What's the one thing that you've purchased or that you have that you can't live without anymore?
I'm gonna go, not even detailing necessarily. I'm gonna go on you're able.
Yeah.
That I don't know how I'd run my business without.
Mhm.
The tools break, whatever. We'll get new ones, but scheduling, invoicing, payments, all that goes through one thing.
Yeah.
Makes life so easy.
Yeah, no, your Able is by far the best CRM.
I wouldn't be where I am. I'm
Yeah.
unorganized without it. I can say
Okay,
that.
good. And what's the one thing that you have or have used that's like, nope, this is not for me?
Extractors.
Okay.
I used to use them a lot,
Yeah.
and then when I seen your stuff, I'm like, okay, what is this guy talking about?
Yeah.
And I started doing it. We have one in that storage room. Haven't used it in over 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah, I hate it now.
Yeah. So a few things that I see in the shop, or that I don't see, in the sense of you don't have enough lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of those things. It's excuses, I guess you could say. I'm all confused on ripping them out, doing this, doing that. There's a bunch of wiring everywhere. So
Well, the ones on the ceiling, some are burnt out.
yes, exactly.
And switching to at least 6,000 K
Yes.
will get you a lot brighter light.
Okay.
The other thing you could do is actually paint the ceiling white.
Hmm.
That's a very easy one-day sort of thing.
Yeah.
Paint the ceiling white, change those to 6,000 or 6,500 K, and you'll have a lot more light in here.
Okay.
The lights on the walls are good.
Yeah.
They're nice and bright.
Yeah.
They're too high up.
Oh, okay. So bring them down lower.
Or have another set at about the 1 meter mark
Okay.
all the way around. That's on a separate switch. So depending on what you're doing, you can do that.
Okay.
The other thing is, you've probably noticed it when you're working, this is a black hole.
100%.
Yeah. So having lights either on either side of the garage door or on the garage door itself, because your door is only 10 feet. So you can have basically the electrical comes here, the cord goes down to the bottom of the door, goes along the door, then you have your lights on the door, and as it goes up, since it's based here, it'll follow the door.
Okay. Yeah, I did notice this is a very dark spot. And
Everyone's garage door is the black hole of darkness until the door's open. Then, oh wow, we
yeah,
got
there's
light.
so much more light.
Yeah, but that's what 5-6 months a year that you can open the door.
literally.
And with the air conditioning, you probably rather have the door closed
The
anyway.
only time it's ever open is kind of when it's transitioning, where it's that really nice weather.
Yeah,
That's the only time.
yeah. So May, October, that's about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
So, excellent. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
All the socials will be down below, and let's go back out to the bus to give him his final report card.
Ooh.
We had a great visit. He's got a nice shop, needs more lighting. He knows that. He's going to work on that. But other than that, he's got things dialed in. He knows where he's going. His employee is happy. He's happy. So for being in business for 2 years, he's doing a great job. Now, if you'd like your shop audited and maybe have a bus pull up in your shop, please reach out to Jamie at the House of Rags, and you never know, your shop could be the next.